Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Brooke, Brooke. God damn it, Brooke. From the people in the comment section that was not there rating, it seems like Brooke shouldn't be throwing shade as far as, parenting and things of that nature. Now, I can't sit there and testify to that because I haven't really watched the show that long. But from people who have been watching the show, they're telling me that Brooke hasn't been a saint or hasn't really been Mother of the Year. And for her to sit there and come at Thomas in a way of, um, threatening CPS and everything like that, it's like, bro, are you kidding me? First of all, throughout this episode, Brooke acts like such a damn Karen, okay? And Liam goes along with it. Liam gets in the office, he goes along with it because he doesn't like Thomas. Hope is that they're trying to, um, she doesn't want a custody war. That's what it comes out. She doesn't want a custody battle. Just doesn't want that for Douglas. But you got Brooke that's just like, oh, he was walking around with a knife. A knife! I'm like, boo, what do you want him to use? A spoon? I felt like this whole knife thing was a joke yesterday. It was a joke today. And it got to a point where she just came across as a Karen. And, granted, they're doing this whole knife thing around to the point where Hope is like, yeah, I can see about the whole knife thing. I'm like, so we plan on cutting his vegetables and his apples and stuff like that. We plan on using a plastic knife or something. I just this whole knife talk. And granted, they were talking about other things like Brooke bringing up his past, like she doesn't have a shady past herself. Um, but this whole knife thing was just so stupid. You got Steffi. That as much as I don't like Steffi was like, yo, listen, this Brooke is blowing this whole knife thing out of proportion. She's acting like they're just playing catch with the knife. Like everyone's sitting there making little jokes. Thomas and Thomas isn't even sitting there acting like, yo. He said the same thing. He's like, yo, she's acting like I'm just playing catch with Douglas with the knife or something. Like, okay, all right, fine. I'll make sure everything is like foolproof and there's no sharp objects around. I'm like, no. Let's not do that, okay? Let's not give in to Brooke and her idiotic Karen demands. You know what this chick does? At the end of the episode, and I really sat there and I was like, because I kept sitting there debating, like, I don't really know about this episode so far. I don't know if I should sit there and review it. Maybe I should just, when I try to do a for tomorrow, it's like, maybe I should sit there and just review it tomorrow. But when I saw CPS at the door of, Ridge and Thomas's place, Eric's home or whatever, I sat there, I was like, this woman done lost her goddamn mind. Are you serious? I was like, yo, this chick called Child Protect Services because she saw Thomas with a knife and is harping about the past mistakes that he's done, like, I don't know, probably before I watched the show, like a couple years ago. I'm like, yo, I feel like, here's the thing, with this whole Logan versus Forrester's thing, I'm looking at this, I'm like, I'm not team anybody, I'm team logic and common sense. But Brooke, you are making this is so hard to try to be neutral, okay? Because you got Steffi and Taylor just gossiping like a bunch of high school girls. Some stuff that they're saying makes sense as far as Brooke blowing the stuff out of proportion. Brooke making making Thomas question his ability to be a father. But then there's stuff where it's like Steffi's like, oh well, she's just resentful for us, we're the first family. We're his real family. And Steffi was like his real family. What are the Logan's puppets? What were they toys? I don't understand that. What do you mean his real family? But at this point, for people who've been watching this show for a while, this is normal. This is normal. I can't get used to this level, this behavior um from Steffi. So for me, I'm watching this. I was like, yo, this chick lost her damn mind. I was like, no, no, no. This is a Tuesday. Okay, this is a typical Tuesday for this chick. But you know what? You know what Steffi did say? And like I said, she made a couple of points. Steffi was like, if Brooke keeps pushing, she's gonna wind up losing Ridge. She's gonna wind up losing Ridge. When I saw CPS at that door, I was like, you know what? Steffi may be right. Okay? Steffi, I don't even want to sit there and say maybe right. Steffi is right at this point. Okay? Because Ridge is trying to keep the peace, but he loves his son. He wants to support his son. He feels that his grandson is having a great time with Thomas and getting to know him and spending quality time with him. And, you know, yeah, Thomas was there visiting Douglas, but he's better. He's well now. This shouldn't just be, oh, you can come by whenever you want. Like, no, like, nah, but we're not doing that. I get where they're coming from, so I understand Ridge's protectiveness of his son. And to have his wife pull something like that, I feel like there's certain lines you just don't cross. And this chick did it with impunity. Okay, I'm still just like reeling from that. I think that's what actually made me decide to do the review because up until that point, I was like, okay, so it's just Liam, Smith there pushing Hope to bring Douglas back, even though Douglas wants to stay there, but Douglas is also a kid. It's a new place. He has a pool and everything like that. He has a lot of fancy stuff. At the end of the day, you know, at some point you got to kind of step in and kind of be the parent and be like, I get it, you're practically in Disneyland, but you gotta come back home at some point. Your sister misses you, they all miss you. Up until this point, it's just been back and forth. Hope, you know, Steffi and Thomas trying to get their parents back together. Okay? And it sucks that they've been trying to do that, but at the end of the day, what Brooke did was so much worse. Okay, she got the courts involved. She got the courts involved to practically take Douglas away from Thomas. You know, Hope didn't want a custody war. And this dingbat decided to, strike a match with that whole thing. What do you think that Steffi and Thomas is going to do at this point? You don't think they're going to sit there and be like, hey, just saying, you might want to sit there and check out Hope's place as well. I'm pretty sure I saw some scissors, some kids running around with some scissors or whatever. Like, Brooke did not think this through. On top of the fact that you just ignited a custody war, you also made your husband choose a side. Because if you honestly sit there and think that he is going to choose you over his own son, this chick done lost her goddamn mind. And I'm just like, I'm blown away. I'm speechless. I'm speechless by this level of stupidity. Because I know Brooke has probably done some things that has been like, did, was you deprived oxygen when you were a child or something? I don't understand that level of stupidity that has dire consequences for her. for her whole family, for Hope, who didn't want a custody war. And guess what you're going to wind up getting now? I'm speechless. I am. I don't even know what to sit there and say about this. I feel like that's about it. I feel like that's about it, or at least the most pertinent information. But with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.